Today I'm going to give you tips on how to play with your baby that encourages healthy brain development. Now, in my practice as a pediatric developmental therapist, I am bombarded with questions from parents. So I've made it my mission to hop online every week to answer your questions. So this week's question is, my daughter is only 1 month old and isn't doing much. Can you give me some activities to do with a 1 month old baby? Now, I want you to remember, even though your baby is only 1 month old, so much learning and developing and growing is going on. Now, when I work with an infant in my practice, I make sure that we are working on activities that support healthy brain development so they can hit those milestone markers as they grow. Now, the first thing I want you to do is to follow your baby's lead. Watch them closely and try to think of things that will entertain or interest them. Now, if they're staring at a particular object, move it closer and see if you can get them to focus on it. Move that object from one side of their head to the other side and allow them to track it. If they're enjoying sounds, make some noises yourself. Take a rattle and shake it on one side of their head as they turn to look at it, and then again on the other side of their head. The most important thing is to be patient and let your baby explore at their own pace. Now, I also want you to stimulate their senses. There are a lot of great ways to stimulate your baby's senses. You can start with something simple like playing music or reading aloud, which will help with their auditory development. You can also give them different textures to feel, like soft blankets or rough fabrics. Show them bright colors and playful shapes and let them smell different objects, such as a blanket that has baby lotion on it. By exposing your baby to different stimuli, you're helping them develop their sensory skills, which will be very beneficial for them later on. And when I talk about sensory, I mean all 8 sensory systems. Yes, there are 8. Now, I can go over those more in depth in another video. Now, I also want you to provide opportunities for physical activity. Babies need plenty of physical activity to help them grow and develop. Provide opportunities for your baby to move around. Let them explore their surroundings, which will encourage your baby to crawl, climb, and walk. One way to do this with a baby is to provide a baby play gym. Now, this will encourage your little one to reach out and grab the objects above them or beside them. It will also encourage practice with rolling over. Now, if you are interested, I have added links in the description below to some of my favorite baby play gyms. Now, I want you to provide language exposure as well. Yes, babies learn language skills by, well, hearing language. So be sure to talk to your baby as often as possible and read to them regularly. No, they don't know what you are saying quite yet, but they do know that you are speaking to them, and it builds relationships and connections. Now, as your baby gets older, you can introduce new words and phrases to them and repeat them often. By providing language exposure, you're helping your baby develop language skills to say their first words and eventually to speak in sentences. Now, if you have a little one between the ages of birth and 36 months, and you have a question that you would like for me to answer, I have put a link to the Google form below. Now, it's short and simple, but it's the easiest way for me to answer all of the questions that come in. Now, if you want to take it a step further and have access to me each month, I will leave a link below for you to join the Milestone Mom Academy. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.